everyone, it's KayBeast, and for this week's art video, I have a recording of a challenge that I've been working on for this month. The challenge is called Floral Feb. It was started by Lyfe Illustration on Instagram. Basically, she wanted to do a series of works incorporating flowers for a coloring book she's working on, and she challenged her followers to join her by doing the illustrations featuring certain flowers on certain days. So there's 15 prompts total, which she picked for her book, but I'm only doing 14 of them because it's one every other day in February, and it kind of made more sense to me because there's only 28 days. So yeah, so for this particular challenge, I decided to do it very simply, and I used it as an excuse to test out some new paints because I picked up a set of Reeves gouache at Michael's recently that I've never really used. I've never used gouache before, so I figured why not use the challenge as a way to test them out. So for each particular flower, I just did a monochromatic study using a reference photo and one tube of gouache, and tried out different techniques, using it opaquely, using it transparently, mixing brush work with line art, different kinds of line art. So it was just a way just to, mess around and try out the paints and just do some simple studies. So, and I actually really enjoyed doing it. Like I said, I've never used gouache before, and so I was kind of learning how the paint worked, and I really, really love the whole opacity thing that you can get because I've only really used watercolor this way. So having something that you can actually put down opaquely is really nice, and I'm pretty excited about combining the two paints in other pieces in the future. So yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I've been meaning to learn how to do more organic things better, like flowers and plants and things like that, so this was perfect timing. So I really enjoyed working on these, and I definitely want to do more studies. I'm already planning on doing a lot of studies of other things, so a lot of my speed paint videos are probably just going to be studies for a little while, depending on what I'm into doing. So and as for why I decided to do monochromatic studies instead of like painting a whole flower together, I find that when you're learning something, limiting certain aspects of what you're doing actually makes it easier to learn other things. So in this case, I limited my color palette, and only having one color meant all I was focusing on was shape and value, and I wasn't worried about mixing colors, and that meant I could focus more on the shape and the value of the flower itself and how the paint moved, and I wouldn't have to worry about, oh, am I mixing the right colors? So if you're learning something and you're new to whatever it is that you're learning, I highly recommend doing things like palette challenges and stuff like that, or color challenges or something, because when you don't have to think about a particular thing, or you can't make decisions, or like the color palette's already been chosen for you, it makes it a little less difficult and allows you to focus on the thing you actually want to learn, kind of thing. So in this case, I wanted to learn on how to use the paint and how to draw flowers. So I took colors out of it and just used one tube of paint at a time. That kind of thing. It actually is really useful if you're trying to learn something. So yeah. So the flowers in this particular one, let me see. This one is a peony, and I honestly can't remember which ones I recorded because I only recorded like 5 out of the 14. I know the last one's a rose. Yeah, you might have to check my Instagram for that because I honestly can't remember what order I did them in. But I did enjoy using them. This particular color was my favorite one, actually, that I pulled out. This one and the one for the next one for the rose is my favorite color out of the box, so I'm really excited to use them. Yeah. And like I said, all of my Floral Feb posts are going to be on Instagram. I'm still posting, so please check that out. And in terms of other news, I have started live streaming on Twitch. So currently, I don't really have a set schedule, but I'm trying to form one. But life gets in the way sometimes. But right now, I'm focusing mostly on gaming streams, and I'm doing that on Sundays for sure, or at least right now for sure. And then on Tuesdays I'd like to do art streams. I'm going to attempt to do an art stream next Tuesday, depending on timing. My brother is working that day and I'm his ride. I have to pick him up and drop him off, so I'm not sure what time of day, but I'll post on Twitter if you're interested in it. But I've been live streaming Final Fantasy IX on Twitch the past week or so. So if you're interested in watching that, I will be streaming on Sunday. So check my Twitter for updates, and I will leave a link in the description to my Twitch page if you guys would like to come hang out with me while I play games and draw and stuff. That could be kind of fun. But yeah, so I guess that does it for this week's video. I had a lot of fun playing with this new paint and doing something simple. So I'm pretty excited about using what I learned in future pieces, because I think these paints will be a lot of fun to use with watercolor to get some new effects. So yeah. Anyway, that does it for this week's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to check out Instagram for the rest of the posts, and come and hang out with me on Twitch on Sunday. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!